Good morning, good morning. I've made it to church. I'm hanging out in the volunteer central room. They're rehearsing the songs right now, and they have too much energy for me today. So church went well. I have to admit though that I really do just wonder what the heck the storytellers are thinking. So today, hang on. There we go. We had an activity today that I thought was pretty cool until someone pointed out to me a very important statement. And that statement is, we were using Orbeez. The thing was like, it was an Orbeez container and there was stuff in it, and the people playing the game had to use these little tweezers to get them out. Yeah, the problem is that Orbeez, and I did not know this until today, are extremely toxic. In fact, if you were to ingest one, it is possible for it to block very vital things and potentially cause someone to pass away. So, especially when you're with preschoolers, and if those happen to fall on the floor, like, not good, right? So I liked the idea of the game a lot, but the execution was terrible. And I feel like, and I'm not banking too much on this right now because I'm just in a weird mood today. I don't really know what is going on, but I feel like I'm just in a strange, weird headspace today, so I'm not kind of putting too much, too many grains of salt. I'm taking this with a grain of salt, but I don't feel like I enjoy it as much as I used to. And I hate that because this is something I've done for basically 10 years, which is a long time. 10 years, and instead of like, remembering the games that I really enjoy or the good parts, right? Instead, I look at the script and I go, oh my gosh, what are they thinking? Or why do they think this is fun for the kids? Like, the kids don't get to be involved in this at all. I'm finding the negative stuff, right? I'm looking at the nitpick and things like that. And not only that, and I love who I get to volunteer with, but I just found myself today getting annoyed, and I hated that. I was getting annoyed because we kind of circled up, like we always circle up after the show and kind of share like praises and prayer requests and things like that. And the people who I'm volunteering with are like talking about a celebrity and who they're dating and who are they this and who are they that. And I'm like, why are we stuck in a 10-minute conversation about this? Also, you can see the blue light reflect, which is good. I'm like, why are we talking about this? Like, especially because I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, I have to leave by 9:55 so I can make sure to get home to work in time, And so I'm just like, I found myself getting annoyed, and I found myself before the show being like, I was having trouble matching the energy that needed to be put on this show, And I hate that, especially because now my parents are back and they're volunteering. They weren't there today because they're in Florida, but, they're back and they're volunteering. And I would hate to be like, great, now that you guys are back, okay, I'm going by. But like, I don't want to do something if my heart isn't in it, especially when it's something like this and it's for kids and it's, I don't want to. I know I'm putting on a show, but I don't want to put on that much of a show. I don't want to fake that portion. Oh great, there's a train blocking the tracks. But thing is as I said, I'm in a weird, today just feels off. Today just feels strange. So I'm not really, paying too much attention to it just yet, just because, as I said, it's a weird day. This train is, first of all, one of the longest trains I've ever seen in my life. And number two is blocking the entirety of the tracks, so it doesn't matter how far down I'm going, I can't get over to the other side where my house is. Why? And I saw people in the town, they've commented on this before. They're like, this is a problem, that they just stop here and they don't move. Like, is that the end of it? Finally, can I actually get over there? That would be brilliant, because I need to start work in like 2 minutes. obviously I'm gonna be late. Can you see what I mean? I'm just not in a good space today.
I just spent nearly an hour on a post that should have only taken me half an hour because the photos would not upload in WordPress. It literally kept doing photos that I had already deleted from my computer. It was switching them out, and then I sent them over to the editor and she tried to upload them, and either the same thing was happening or they wouldn't show up. Like, they would upload and then she would refresh and they were gone. So not to mention, I didn't realize that yesterday's vlog didn't go up, so it now went up. So sorry. So I finished with work. I am about to start decorating for Christmas in the house. It's Olive's first Christmas here, which is exciting. And anyway, the one thing though I'm a little stressed about this upcoming week is I guess part of the social media task for the Holly is also creating the virtual playbill. They don't do them for all the shows. They only do them for some, such as the endowment show coming up on Saturday. So I didn't know that until like beginning of last week. And then I was like, hey, to the former social media person, I was like, do you have a template for that? Like, what are we doing? And she was like, oh, I have one that I made a few years ago. Like, I can go ahead and send that to you. But then it took a few days for her to send it to me. So just sent it to me now. But I'm so confused because if she hasn't made one in years, who has been making them? And like, why did we choose? I don't know. Anyway, I was texting Taylor, our director for ELF, but the artistic director for the whole theater, and was like, hey, I'm hoping to have it done Thursday by the end of the day. I know that's kind of close because the shows are on Saturday, but like, that's all I can do. Like, I'm, working tomorrow, and then I'm working both jobs tomorrow, and then I have work and then rehearsal, which I'll bring my laptop to rehearsal most likely on Tuesday, but then I'm driving down on Wednesday and have work on Wednesday, and then Thursday I'm off, and so I should have time to finish it up then, but I'm hoping to work on it in between jobs tomorrow, and then, as I said, bring it to rehearsal. And I think she just texted me back saying like she could help, but I'm waiting for the formal social media person to get back to me because the example that she sent me is like really, really involved. And she did mention that. She was like, this one was really involved because it was a really, really small cast and crew. And so I'm like, okay, that's great. What is this one supposed to look like? Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't have any sort of thing to go off. I was just told that it needs to be done by Wednesday so that they have time to print. Makes perfect sense. But Taylor was like, send me the links to them too, because I can help make edits. And I said, it should be fine. I just need you to tell me what page count you want, kind of what you're thinking, because the way that it is right now, it's like 17 pages long, and I think it has way more information than what she's actually going to want. Because once again, that other one was a very, very small cast. The only thing is that it doesn't have the little like playbill, like it doesn't have like the names and the bios like normal, so I'm gonna have to create that whole thing. Like, I didn't show it on camera, but I did decorate for the holidays, so I'm going to bring down the boxes that I took it out of tomorrow and get those back in the basement for the season. And yeah, I think it looks good. I enjoy decorating. I have like just enough that it doesn't feel overwhelming, but enough that it feels complete, but I'm heading to bed. Tomorrow I work at the bakery from 9 to 3. We are open. We are actually only open 9 to 3. So I will actually close tomorrow for the first time in a very, very long time. And it will just be me and Marla. I doubt she changed her mind on that. But I forgot to say, I got a call from Melinda, my boss today, asking if I would be comfortable serving instead of working front counter. Serving on Tuesday, because unfortunately one of our servers father-in-law is in the hospital and has been sick for a while. They knew that, but unexpectedly seemed to take a turn, and they don't know
if he's going to make it. So she will not be there Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we're closed Thursday, Friday. So of course I will not be there Wednesday, but I said yes, that I would be willing to serve, and so I will switch with our other server who, because the one I'm covering for typically has the larger section, or the one, well, I can't say the one with more tables because that's not entirely true. But anyway, the other server will be there, and he will be ready to help me out in whatever way that he can. But he did share with the owner, he was like, I think she can do it. I have served 4 tables in my life. So because their backup server is on her way to Florida, so she is not available, and Marla, my coworker who has more experience serving than I do, has a brace on her ankle and has for the past few weeks and will continue to have for the next few weeks. So she was concerned about getting around with food in that, which makes perfect sense. So I'm a little nervous, but hopefully if we're not super busy tomorrow, I don't expect we'll be crazy busy. I can kind of get the handheld in my hand and kind of get extra familiar with it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. All my social media is in the description. Love you all.